There's a slight delay in the class, but nevertheless we'll start with prayers. Requesting all devotees to kindly turn on the videos so that I feel inspired by seeing all of you and we can have a very wonderful, fruitful and amazing discussion of Srimad Bhagavatam. Let's start with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Very happy to be with all of you. Welcome to our daily divine discussion. And we are resuming our discussion on first canto, third chapter, Loka number 43. We had discussed the verse elaborately. We also had discussed the beautiful commentary of the Acharyas. And now we are going to discuss the wonderful, amazing purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And as a request, this is a very important shloka and one of the very essential verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. And that's why I had humbly requested, if possible, devotees, you can memorize this shloka. Krishne swadhamo pagate dharma jnanadibhisaha kalau nashtadrisham esha puranarko dhunodita. So this was the shloka that we did yesterday, and today we'll have the purport. So who would like to begin reading the purport? Anybody? Yes, Raksha Mataji, go ahead.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Perfect. Lord Sri Krishna has his eternal dham or abode where he eternally enjoy himself with his eternal associates and paraphernalia. And his eternal abode is a manifestation of his internal energy, whereas the material world is a manifestation of his external energy. When he descends on the material world, he displays himself with all paraphernalia in his internal potency, which is called Atma Maya. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that he descends by his own potency, Atma Maya. His form, name, fame, paraphernalia, abode, etc. are not therefore creation of matter. He descends to reclaim the fallen souls and to re-establish course of religion which are directly enacted by him, except for God. No one can establish the principles of religion. Either he or a suitable person empowered by him can dictate the codes of religion. Real religion means to know God, our relation with him. Prabhuji, can you please scroll up? Relation with him and our duties in relation with him, and to know ultimately our destination after leaving this material body.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay, so welcome once again. So what is going on in this discussion? Krishnesva dhama upagate. Because this shloka talks about Krishna going back to his own abode. Yes? And that's the goal of all of our life. If someone were to ask what is the goal of your life, back to Godhead, we say, right? So now here is Godhead who is going back to Godhead. A very special. Krishna is returning to his abode after performing his Leela for 125 years on this earthly planet. Right? Bhutale. Right? So he is going to his eternal dham where what he does eternally he enjoys. Because these are all very obvious questions. Usually we say God knows. Like this, God knows. Right? So why we look up? Everybody looks up. In all religion, whenever they address God, they look up. Why? Because the Lord stays in the topmost planet, which is called as Goloka Vrindavan. That's a topmost planet. Yesterday we discussed about this one point. And that is why every time we talk about God, we point up. Yes, God knows. Everybody's pointing up. So that is his Dharma. We are pointing towards Dharma. So although we are not able to see it, sometimes we do that. For example, if somebody were to ask you direction, where is the ISKCON temple? Then you point that direction. Okay, go straight, right, left. So although you are not able to see the ISKCON temple right now, but still you point towards that direction, right? But in Bhagavatam we get more details. We get full details about how does Lord's Dham look like. What is Lord's Dham? What does he do there? And what the Lord does in the Dham is something which is called as Leela. What he does is eternal enjoying Leela. Yes, there is a scriptural statement which says, Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate, natasamascha vidikascha vidyate, parasya shaktir vividaiva shruyate, swabhavaki jnana balakriya cha. Okay, so one may ask, what do we all do after going to Dham? Even Krishna, natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. Yes, there are leelas, the wonderful leelas of Lord, but there is no karya. You know what is the meaning of karya in this context? Karya in this context means doing that hard work to earn bread, to earn money and to feed the stomach. All these things are not there in spiritual world. Yes, you heard it right. Some of the devotees, they tell, Prabhu, we are not able to come to the Bhagavatam class. We really have desire to come. We are not able to come because our job begins early, Prabhuji. So we have to go, my job, we have to leave for job at 7 o'clock. Yes, and we have to reach in time. We cannot get late. Yes, so there is absolutely no job in spiritual world. You mean to say we are all jobless? No, it's not that we are jobless. It's just that we are taking part in Krishna's eternal enjoyment. We get to participate in the Leela. And what kind of participation is there? Just like a movie. Yes, before the release of a movie, there's a movie trailer. That movie trailer really inspires everybody. Oh, I'll go and watch this movie. I really want to know what is going to happen next. It seems very exciting. So that trailer of what happens in the spiritual world is something that Krishna comes to showcase all of us in this material world in the form of his Leela. Yes, Vrindavan Leela, Mathura Leela, Dwaraka Leela, and all different types of Leelas which he performs. Seeing all these Leelas, the living entity also develops a desire. I also want to enter this Leela. Just like if you want a group of uh, people to come to the ISKCON temple. You come to ISKCON temple, there's what is ISKCON temple? And then you don't know ISKCON temple. Recently we had visited. And you see this wonderful dancing kirtans going on. Oh, so like this happens? Yes, these are the beautiful deities, darshan. And this is the photo of the prasadam. Immediately that person also read. Next time you go, please take me also. I also want to go. That eagerness is created. Right? So Krishna comes to create that eagerness to go back to Godhead among all of us. And that's why he comes to perform his Leela. Prema rasa niryasana kurite aswadana. Ragamarga bhakti loke kurite pracharana. Rasika Shekara Krishna Parama Karuna Eidui Hetu Hoite Ichara Udgama. Why does Krishna come? Prema Rasa Niryasana. This is the main reason. How Krishna is wonderfully exchanging loving mellows with all his associates, with everybody. All his loving associates, with each associates, he has a very, very special rasa, a special flavor. Right? And in order to experience that flavor, correct, he in order to showcase all of us how he does that, raga marga bhakti loke kurite pracharan, and thus creating that thirst. Raga means what? Rupa Goswami explains this particular concept of raga in his Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion. He says raga is some sort of that thirst. Yes, in this world we are all thirsty for what? I am also taking some In this world, we become thirsty for water. Oh, we can go outside, we come back after a long time. We are actually thirsty for water. We are thirsty for some juice. Yes, people are thirsty for coffee and tea. The famous joints, I'm seeing this everywhere. I don't know if it's there in the United States, but in Canada, everywhere. Tim Hortons. This fellow is everywhere. Yes, so this we are having this goal to make this fellow devotee. Yeah, Tim Hortons, Costco, all these people are on my hit list. Dollarama, whoever has started this, make all of these guys devotees. So they'll start kirtans in their respective locations. All locations they start kirtans. But everybody goes to Tim Hortons, decaf, caf, different kind. I went once. I was a big person. I was traveling, so there was a devotee with me also. He said, "Prabhu, coffee, tea, we don't take. He wants to take, but you want to accompany him. What to do?" They say that there is some decaf. Devotees all go there and take decaf. Okay, decaf is also there, but I don't take milk at all. Anyways, so point was like this. Why did I say this? I spoke. Anyone knows what is the last point? What I spoke? 1 minute. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Prabhuji, I think you said I don't take
Thirst.
milk.
Thirst. Why did I talk about milk? People are so thirsty for all these things. But after taking all these stuff also, all varieties of beverages, the thirst of the heart is not quenched. People go here and there for quenching their thirst. So that thirst for Krishna is called raga. Intense thirst for Krishna. And the devotees of Vrindavan, they have this mood called as ragatmikas. They are called as ragatmikas, which means they are made up of this thirst. You look at them, they are always thirsty for Krishna. You give them anything. You give them Tim Hortons beverage, you give them ginger ale, you give them all varieties of stuff. They are not going to get, the thirst is not going to get quenched. They are only thirsty for Krishna. So that is called ragatmika. Atmika means they are, that is completely dominating their existence. And anybody who comes in contact with them will become thirsty for Krishna. So our goal of our sadhana that we are doing, we are following the vidhis, the various regulations of scriptures, is to eventually, when we perfect our Vaidhi sadhana, we have to move towards following these ragatmika bhaktas. And thus by following these ragatmikas, we become raganugas. Yes, anuga means to anugaman karna, to follow in the footsteps. And we follow in the footsteps of these Vrajavasi devotees. That bhakti is called as Raganuga Bhakti. That's the next step. Yes, we have to do the same thing what we are doing. Raganuga Bhakti means doesn't mean that we give up chanting 16 notes, it's done now. No. Raganuga Bhakti doesn't mean we don't do Mangalarti. Raganuga Bhakti doesn't mean that we don't worship Tulasi, we don't worship the deities, we eat something else other than prasad. No. Raganuga Bhakti, one performs the same limbs as the sadhana bhakta, but with another level of consciousness. This consciousness is elevated. Activities don't change, the consciousness is uplifted. Same with Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. It's not that Bhava Bhakta chants some other Mahamantra. No, he chants the same thing, but he chants it with the Bhava, with ecstatic feelings of emotions for Krishna. There are emotional eruptions when they chant. And Premi Bhakta, yes, Premi Bhakta is also doing the same activities, but when they are doing their bhajan, they are actually in contact with Krishna. So that is why we have to understand that the fruit of bhakti is the fruit. Yes, it's a fruit. So this fruit right now at the stage of sadhana is unripened fruit. But when we continue this process of Shravan Kirtan, which is like watering the plant, then what happens? This fruit will keep getting ripened and ripened and ripened, and eventually the prema will arise, prema bhakti. And that is why Krishna comes. And especially he wants to give the prema bhakti of Vrindavan, raga bhakti. That is his purpose of coming to this material manifestation. There is no other purpose. Right? And that's what he does with Atma Maya, Sambhavami Atma Maya. So this is his beauty, how he experiences rasas. Just yesterday I was reading a very beautiful section from Srimad Bhagavatam. This beautiful section was about Parikshit Maharaj. He heard the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. He was beautifully relishing, because he was relishing this Krishna's experience. Oh, Krishna is coming, and he's such a wonderful Vraj Leela. After Vraj Leela, Mathura Leela. After that, Dwarka Leela. And then 79th chapter was about Balram going to pilgrimage. And after hearing this chapter, Parikshit Maharaj became fearful. Why? He thought, I think Shukdev Goswami changed the topic from Krishna to Balram. Are Krishna's pastimes over? So he asked, please can you say more about Krishna Leela? And I want to know Krishna's Virya Leela, powerful chivalrous Leela. So as soon as this particular request is made, intensely, samprashnaha, very frantically he inquires. That time Shukadev Goswami, he remembers how Krishna showed mercy to Sudama. So whenever we meditate on Krishna showing mercy to his devotees, our prema in the heart grows. That's the result. So Shukdev Goswami remembered how Krishna, he spontaneously remembered Krishna showing mercy to Sudama. Wow. He just meditated that his prema overflew. And thus, in that prema vesh, in that love for Krishna, by knowing Krishna's mercy, he starts speaking how Krishna reciprocated with Sudama. So each time we meditate on the merciful nature, and every particular aspect of Krishna Leela is mercy. Now if you see, Ittam satam brahma sukhanubhautya dasyam gatanam paradevatena maya shritanam naradarakena sakham vijahru kirta punya punjah. Each time Shukadev Goswami described about Krishna's Leela with the Gopa friends, he was meditating how Krishna being the absolute Ittam satam brahma sukhanubhutya. Krishna as Paradevatanam, the supreme master. Deva means master. There is no other superior master than Krishna. Paradevatena. Maya Shritanam Naradarakena. On the other hand, those who are under Maya, they see Krishna as Nara. He is nothing but another human being. Just like us. Two eyes. He has two eyes. We have nose. He has nose. We have 2 ears. He also has 2 ears. How is he different? So Maya Shritanam. That means they are all sheltered by Maya. They are in Maya. Naradarakena. So they see Krishna as human, but Sakam Vijahru Krita Punya Punja, these sakhas of Krishna, how much mercy they have got from Krishna, that they are able to play with such a person. So in that particular mood, when we also have to keep observing how Krishna is giving mercy. And in context to today's shloka, Krishna appearing as Srimad Bhagavatam is directly mercy of Krishna to all the living entities, especially to the people who are born in Kali. Just by meditating on Krishna's mercy, prema will overflow in our heart, and that's the attempt we are trying to make. We are trying to meditate on the mercy of Lord. Okay, thank you, Raksha Mataji. Anybody else would like to read? Next. Okay, Smita Mataji. Where is she? Okay, yeah, Smita Bali Mataji. Please read.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. I'll show you where to read from. I'll tell. Yeah, you can read from here again. Except for God.
Yes, okay. Except for God, no one can establish the principles of religion. Either he or a suitable person empowered by him uh, can can dictate the codes of religion. Real religion means to know God, our religion with Him, and our duties in relation with Him, and to know ultimately our destination after leaving this material body. And the conditional souls who are entrapped by the material energy hardly know all these principles of life. Mating, they are mostly engaged in sense enjoyment under the pretension of religiosity, knowledge, or salvation. They are still more blind in the sorry, in the present age of coral or Kali Yuga. In the Kali Yuga, the population is just a royal edition of the animals. They have nothing to do with spiritual knowledge of or godly religious life. They are so blind that they cannot see anything beyond the needs of the body. Then they have no information of the spirit soul beyond the jurisdiction of the subtle mind, intelligence, or ego. But they are very proud of their advancement in knowledge, science, and material prosperity. They can risk their.
Thank you so much. Okay. There's a shloka that comes in the Bhagavatam. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam navai vidurna pirishayo na deva na siddha mukhya suramanishya huto nu vidya dharana charanadaya, which means dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Dharma cannot be manifested, or it cannot be told, or it cannot be created by who all? Na deva, na manushya, na gandharva, na apsara, na charana, na vidyadhara, na asura. Nobody, none of these people can manufacture dharma. It is only one personality who can actually give us the real dharma or real religion. Okay, but what is the purpose of the real religion? The purpose of the real religion is to do three things. Number one, to know Krishna. That is called as Sambandha Gyan. Number two is to serve Krishna, which is called the Abhideya Gyan. And number three is to love Krishna, which is the Prayojan Gyan. Know Krishna, serve Krishna, love Krishna. Three-step formula. Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojan. When you listen to the instructions of spiritual master, we know Krishna. And after that, once you know Krishna, you will develop the desire and eagerness to serve Krishna. And when we serve Krishna, the result of that seva or sadhana is prema. Then you end up loving Krishna. Sambandha, Avideya, Prayojan. This is the sum and substance of all the Vedic knowledge. And that this is the real dharma. All other dharmas are what dharmas? They are all, as per Bhagavatam, they are called, Bhagavatam is very heavy statement. Very heavy. They call it cheating dharma. Dharma projita kaitavatra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. Vedyam vastavamatra vastu shivadam tapatrayor mulanam. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni krite kimva pare rishvara sadyo hridya varudyate trikritibi shushrushibit takshanat. So Bhagavatam says that please, Srimad Bhagavatam is a literature that kicks out projita. Projita means give a kick to all the varieties of cheating religions. Then what is real religion? Real religion means to know Krishna, to serve Krishna, love Krishna. That's it. Anything other than this is cheating religion. That's what Bhagavatam says. And that's why Vyasdev is telling, but you only wrote so many scriptures. Vyasdev says, Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite. Yes, I have the same Vyasdev who has written all these literatures. I am telling you, there is Kimva Pare Ishvara. There is absolutely no need to read anything else. Just read Bhagavatam. That's all. I wrote these books, previous editions and all, but I am telling as a writer, please read this one book. You read other books, you will get only confusion. You will be confused. There are lots of other literatures. Point is, the problem is, there are a lot of vibhramaha, vibhramati. What is the meaning of vibhramati? Anybody knows? What is vibhrama? Yes. So Vibhrama, Tattva Vibhrama. There are four kinds of misfortune. Yes, out of the four kinds of misfortune, the first misfortune is Tattva Vibhrama. The meaning of Tattva Vibhrama is one doesn't know the truth. Yes. So first Tattva Vibhrama is Swa Tattva Vibhrama. Yes. Swa Tattva Vibhrama means one considers oneself to be the body and not the soul. Or one considers, okay, I am the body, I have a soul. So that is called as Swa Tattva Vibhrama. Correct? So this is what will happen sometimes if you read other Shastras. Swa Tattva Vibhrama. We are not clear still. Whereas Bhagavatam is very clear. Swa Tattva. Who are you? You are servant of Krishna. Number two. Second is Paratattva Vibhrama. You are bewildered about the position of Krishna. So sometimes if you read some scriptures, you may get bewildered and say, Krishna, okay, Krishna is okay. He is a very important figure in Mahabharata, but he is the supreme personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagavan. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Bhagavatam is very clear. Bhagavatam being very clear is clearly telling everybody, oh, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. For no Paratattva Vibhrama, no confusion about Krishna. The third thing is Sadhya Tattva Vibhrama. What is the goal of life? So some scriptures may tell your soul, Krishna is God, but you read that, you may think you are to merge within God. No, that's not the goal. Sadhya Tattva means the Sadhya is very clear. You have to attain Prema, not liberation. Prema is the highest goal. Yes. Aradhya Bhagavan Rajesha Tanaya Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachit Upasana Vrajavadu Vargena Ya Kalpita. Srimad Bhagavatam Param Pramanam Prema Pumarto Mahan. Prema Pumarto Mahan. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumarto Mahan. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the Praman or the proof that the topmost goal, Sadhya, is what? Anything other than this is called Sadhya Vibhrama. You are confused. The fourth Vibhrama is what? Sadhana Tattva Vibhrama. Sadhana Tattva Vibhrama means you don't know what to do to get this. Okay, I have to get Prema, what to do? I don't know. There are so many things mentioned. Yajnas, or give some charity, feed the poor. You may get confused. Whereas sadhana is very clear in the Bhagavatam. Nama sankirtanam yasya sarva papa pranashanam pranamo dukkha shamanattam namami harim param. Very clear conclusion. The sadhana you have to do is Nama Sankirtan, chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this Vibhrama is also destroyed. Yes. The fifth and the most important, which many a time Shastras do not tell directly. What is that? Virodhi Tattva Vibhrama. Now you understood. What are the four Vibhramas? Pehle wo batao. Let's quickly have a recap. In order, In order. Let's see who is going to tell. What are the Vibhramas? Please type. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Is anyone typing? I am not able to see anything in chat. That's why I'm asking. Okay. Oh, all they typed. Jyoti Mataji typed everything together. I was asking one by one. She gave all answers. Jai, finished. Now nobody will get chance. It's done. Yes, the first is Swatattva Vibhrama, which means bewilderment about one's own position. The second is Paratattva Vibhrama, bewilderment about Krishna's position. The third is Sadhya Tattva Vibhrama, not understanding the goal. The fourth is Sadhana Tattva Vibhrama. Okay, what is the process? Confusion about process. Bhagavatam clears everything. Other scriptures, so many other things you read, you might get confused. And fifth is Virodhi Tattva Vibhrama. Virodhi Tattva Vibhrama means to get bewildered about those elements which are opposed to bhakti. Yes. So jnana is opposed to bhakti many times because jnana can make your heart hard. Karma is opposed to bhakti. Why? Because if you're after karma, you're going to increase your stay in this material world. Yes. Yoga is against bhakti. Why? Because you become siddhi kami. Siddhikami. So that is why very, very, very important that we do not unnecessarily get trapped into all these things. So Virodhi Tattva means clearly understanding this is not, this Pratikulyasya Varjanam, give up. This is not favorable to Krishna. So Bhagavatam clarifies all these tattva. That is why the real dharma, Prabhupada meaning, why reason of Prabhupada writing here is dharma can be confused, totally confusing. But the real dharma is something that's found in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Other places, there is a great possibility one can get totally bewildered and confused. But anybody reading Bhagavatam will never get confused. And that too, Bhagavata Podagiya Bhagavata Sthane. There are so many people who give Bhagavat Sapta. There was one gentleman, he organized, his family would organize Bhagavat Saptas. So he organized 107 Bhagavat Saptas, 108th Bhagavat Sapta, he invited ISKCON devotee. So first session, after the Bhagavatam class, this personality went to a corner and started crying. So the devotee was giving katha, he felt, did I speak something that offended this person? So he went there with folded palms and asked Prabhuji, did I speak something wrong? Are you offended? He said, I organized 107 Bhagavad Saptas. But in your Bhagavad Sapta, I realized Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Other all Saptas, if not presented properly, there is Paratattva Vibhrama. Yes. So that was really confusing. But you are the one who saved us. Right. Very important. So people of Kali Yuga, already they are what kind of people? What did Prabhupada write? Royal edition of animals. Royal edition of animals who know nothing beyond eating, sleeping, mating, defending. For such personalities, Bhagavatam is a great hope. And that is why in every nook and corner, Bhagavatam should be spoken. If Bhagavatam should be spoken in temple, devotees are not able to come to temple, speak online. If devotees are not able to, people are not coming online, go to people's homes and give Bhagavatam at least weekly. If you cannot do Bhagavat Sapta, whole week Bhagavatam, at least Saptaik Bhagavatam, once a week Bhagavatam, that is better than not doing anything. Okay, last but not the least, who would like to read the last paragraph? I'll give chance to both, half. Sachidanand Prabhu can start, then Mother Shalini can also speak. Yes, Sachidanand Prabhu, you have to read from They Have No Information.
Hello. From where, Prabhuji?
They have no information. You're able to see?
We have learned that beyond.
Okay,
They
read
can
from there.
risk.
Read it, please read.
They can risk their life to become a dog. Acha, yeah. They have no information. They have no association and spirit soul beyond the jurisdiction of the subtle mind, intelligence or ego, but they are very much proud of their advancement in knowledge, science and material prosperity. They can risk their lives to become a dog or hog just after leaving the present body, for they have completely lost the sight of the ultimate aim of life. The personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, appeared before us just a little prior to the beginning of Kali Yuga, and he returned to his eternal home practically at the commencement of Kali Yuga. While he was present, he exhibited everything by his different pretentious principles of religiosity. And prior to his departure from the material world, he empowered Sri Vyasdev. Hello, sir.
Through Narada.
Yes. Vyasdev Narada to completely the message of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And thus both the Bhagavatam,
And
Bhagavad
Bhagavad Gita.
Gita, and the Sri Bhagavatam are likely torch bearers for blind people of this age.
Okay,
In
thank you,
other
Prabhu.
words,
Thank
okay,
you.
thank you.
We'll give chance to Mother Shalini to read. Yes, please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. In other words, if men in this age of Kali want to see the real light of life, they must take to these two books only, and their aim of life will be fulfilled. Bhagavad Gita is the preliminary study of the Bhagavatam.
And
Yeah, so the screen shifted. And is the preliminary study of the Bhagavatam, and Srimad Bhagavatam is the summum bonum of life, Lord Sri Krishna personified. We must therefore accept Srimad Bhagavatam as a direct representation of Lord Krishna. One who can see Srimad Bhagavatam can see also Lord Sri Krishna in person. They are identical.
Evil. There's a great hope for us. You see Srimad Bhagavatam, you will see Krishna. And what is the way to see Bhagavatam? Through the ears. Very clear. Tvam bhakti yoga paribhavita hritsaroja ase shrutekshita pato nanunata pumsam tad vibhava. So this ase shrutekshita pato nanunata pumsam. That is what I wanted to focus on. Shrutekshita pata. Yadyad vibhava urugaya vibhavayanti tattad vapu pranayase sadanugrahaya. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 9th chapter, if I am not wrong. Shloka number 5. Yes. Tvam bhakti yoga paribhavita hrit saroja hase shrutekshita pato. That's the way to see Bhagavatam, by listening to Srimad Bhagavatam. And how many times? Daily, at least, at regularly. So sadhana bhakti, we every day come to the Bhagavatam class. If we are committed to a particular class, we come there and listen very attentively. If possible, try a level best to leave other things. If that's not possible, at least let's try to be as attentive as possible. We do this, we are definitely going to see Krishna. Hari Bol. That's the hope. So the purpose of Vyasdev compiling this literature is for all of us to see Krishna. There is no other purpose. That's the goal. And Prabhupada, why he is giving such elaborate commentaries and purports? So that we all we have the vision of Krishna. There is no other reason for Srila Prabhupada to give such wonderful commentary and spending so much time. All these people who read Bhagavatam will be able to see Krishna. That's it. There is nothing else there. But in order to understand Bhagavatam, it's very important for all of us to also study the Gita. That's why it's called the preliminary stage to Gita. Okay, somebody has not studied, Prabhu, we have not studied Gita, we are coming for Bhagavatam class. No problem, don't worry. The Prabhupada's commentary is written in such a wonderful way that he is also giving the preparation of Gita. Whatever section of Gita we want to know, he is giving it in the purport, so that clarifies majority of the concepts. So we don't miss anything. That's the beauty of Acharya. Acharya ensures that we get everything that is needed for us to see Krishna. So, sincerely reading Bhagavatam every day, coming to this Bhagavatam class, we will definitely be able to see Krishna, Prayojan. If you want to know how we can see Krishna, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santas Sadeva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Sama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. We cannot see Krishna till the time we have prema. So when not just the heart, from the heart, the prema, it spreads everywhere, and even the eyes completely get soaked in prema. That is when we will be able to see Krishna, right? So greatly hopeful. And anybody who comes to the Bhagavatam class regularly will get that natural inspiration to chant the names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Because that's the means Shravan Kirtanam happens. We don't have time for question answers, but I would like to take one question if there is any. I can take. Okay, no questions. Great. We would like to conclude our Srimad Bhagavatam discussion here, and within a minute we will start